Hi everyone and welcome back to Sonya's Prep. This week's video is going to be our housewarming party video. I'm going to take you along and show you how I'm going to be prepping all of our different meals and appetizers. We're going to make some barbecue and some plov, which is done outside on a burning flame. It's really cool. I'll take you along and show you all of that. This video is also sponsored by Kosher, but more on them in a little bit. Now let's get prepping and get into the video.
The key to a successful party is great planning and organization. I would get very flustered without my handy-dandy lists. I write things down, I write my menu, my shopping list to help guide me. I cross off as I go, which also provides so much encouragement and motivation as you can see things get accomplished. After reviewing my list in the morning, I'm ready to start prepping. Because we have a bunch of people over, I wanted to spruce up our entryway with a few items that I got from Kosher. Thank you, Kosher, for sponsoring this portion of the video. I got a bench from there and a faux tree to beautify my entryway. And I absolutely love how it turned out. This is the before of my entryway, and as you can see, it is pretty bare and very, very minimal. So I definitely wanted to incorporate a few pieces here to liven the space of. When I ordered from Kosher, the delivery was super quick as well. I received my first item in 2 days and my other item the day after, which is great. With shipping delays now, it's a bit insane, so I was very happy that the shipping was very quick. Look at my sad, droopy plant over there in the corner. I know I definitely need to replant it very soon into a larger pot. It was so much smaller when we initially got it, and now it obviously grew. We have to replant it, but I absolutely love the convenience and the low maintenance of a faux plant. It adds so much to the space, and obviously you don't have to take that much care of it, and it just really elevates the space that it is in. The setup for both of these items were super quick and easy as well. I am not at all a handy person by any means, and if I was able to do this, you definitely can. My husband just walked through the door when I was assembling it, so he obviously wanted to help me, but it was so super quick. Kosher has developed to become Americans and Europeans' choice of furniture, appliance, kitchen, sports, and everything outdoors. As a side note, we have previously purchased bounce houses from Kosher and we love their quality. They offer 24 hours online service. Kosher has also been recognized by Newsweek and Statistica as one of the best home and garden brands in 2022. As you can tell, I'm super happy with this faux plant. I'll be placing it into the corner, and doesn't that look so much better than my sad droopy plant that I had over there? Now my husband is home and he's going to help me put the bench together, and I could have, like I said, done this myself completely. It was that easy. You're gonna see there's like basically nothing to do over there, and it came together beautifully.
So I really like the fact that it comes with this handle, because I'm able to grab it from here, so it's like safe. This looks like a really nice piece of furniture.
And it matches. Look how nicely it matches.
Kosher is giving my viewers 10% off on the entire site, so use this code that you see on the screen to purchase whatever you would like for 10% off. I will have all of the information linked in the description box below as well. The entryway definitely looks so much better now with those two elements combined into that space, so I'm very happy with how it all turned out. Now that the entryway is all set up and done, let's get prepping. I'm gonna put on my apron and get cooking in the kitchen. It is not a barbecue in our house without this fire roasted eggplant, which is boijon. I just cover it in foil and place it over a flame. To make the plov, I have over here about 12 very large carrots chopped up. It's a mixture of these like really cute yellow carrots and orange standard colored carrots. I have 3 large onions here chopped up as well. My mommy is here in the kitchen helping me cleaning up some wings, and we're gonna get all of the meat ready now. I like to set up all of my trays and boards and bowls to know what I'm going to be putting where. This way I have a visual of where everything will be going. Moving on to the lettuce, I love using a salad spinner after I wash my greens. It helps get rid of so much water you're going to see later on, and it prevents the salad from getting soggy. I will have a link to a very similar salad spinner in the description box in my Amazon storefront. So anything that I'll be generally using, you'll find in my Amazon storefront linked in the description box. One by one, I'm preparing every single item that I have to make, and I place whatever needs to go into it right next to it. So these are the croutons that I like to use. So I'm just going to be placing it right here and moving on to the other things that I need to get accomplished. I really have a hard time functioning without making lists. So as I am going along and making things, I need to check things off and see what else needs to be accomplished and get done. Boijon is almost ready. I'm going to be getting started on making the tomato and onion salad that is very popular, that goes with our plov that I'll be showing you a little bit later on in the video. For this tomato and onion salad, it's very simple. I just wash my tomatoes and onions and I thinly slice them as thin as I can possibly get, and then I'll dress it later on right before serving. This family reunion that I'm prepping for today has definitely been a long time coming. With everything that's been going on in the world, it was so hard to get everyone together. But now since I've moved and things have slowly settled down, I am so excited to have everyone over for this family reunion / housewarming party. So it's going to be loads of fun. The tomato salad is now ready, and I'm going to be moving on to the next salad. After about 20 minutes on the flame, the eggplant is all ready and it's all soft on all sides. And it's very important to scoop out the inside right away, because I find that if you don't, it starts to brown, and you really want it to have this beautiful light greenish whitish color. The cleanup is amazing. You just throw everything out into the garbage. I'm going to let that cool off while I move on to the next thing that I have to do. So now I'm going to be making the franks and blanks. I use these cocktail franks and these puff pastry squares, and I'll show you how I put it all together. My 5-year-old wanted to help out, and he did such a great job. I think it's so important to let kids help out in the kitchen to get comfortable with cooking, as it is such an important life skill. Let me know in the comments down below either how old you were when you first started helping out in the kitchen, or at what age did you let your kids join you in your prep. I actually know a few people who avoid cooking with their kids at all costs because of all the mess and the distraction, which I totally understand. Let me know if you are one of those people. I egg washed the franks, or I should say my son did, and then we placed sesame seeds over the top. I baked them in a 350-degree preheated oven for about 30 to 40 minutes until they're perfectly golden. Moving on to my deli pizza filling. I take any kind of deli. Today it's turkey breast. I slice it into cubes and separate each layer as best as I can. I then saute them in a few tablespoons of oil until they brown. And while that's browning, I'm going to be washing and drying some of my greens for my salads. This channel is all about my Orthodox Jewish life, and I share here Shabbat meal preps and holiday inspirations and general tips and tricks as a busy working mom on how to manage the many things that are on our plates. And if you enjoy this kind of content, I would love it if you would consider subscribing to the channel and join the prep family here on YouTube. We are moving straight away into making our burger patties. I keep it real simple and just add in loads of onions that I grate in my food processor and add some spices. Please share your tips for the perfect burger patties below. You guys are always sharing such amazing tips in the comments, and I do incorporate them. So please let me know your perfect go-to burger patty recipe. For the seasonings, I add some salt, pepper, cumin, and coriander. So we just mixed all of the ground meat, and the way that I try to get the most perfect burger shape is by using a cookie cutter. So I'll be placing the meat in here and making those burger patties to go onto the grill later. Turkey pastrami is cooking away. I'm going to be moving on to my brisket. I had this brisket already. I just reheated it. I'm going to be using 2 forks, like making it all thready, and adding in some barbecue sauce over the top. This brisket will be another pizza topping for one of my 3 meat pizzas that I'll be serving tonight. I find that these types of pizzas make great appetizers at parties. People can graze around and eat, not to mention how beautiful their presentation is. Now that it's the summertime, so many of us are hosting backyard parties and getting together with family and friends. How do you guys bypass the heat? What do you do to make people feel a little bit more cooler besides giving them iced drinks? I was a little bit nervous about hosting this party because it was so hot that day. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys do. So as you can tell, the franks are all ready now, and I'm taking them out of the oven to cool. I just wanted to take a minute here and give the biggest shout out to my mommy there in the background, and a huge thank you for always being there for me and always helping me out. So for now, our brisket pizza is ready. Our deli pizza is done. The franks and blanks are done. This is going to be going in last minute. And tomatoes and onion salad is done. Our boy John is done. We cut up everything for the plov, and the barbecue stuff are all done as well. So all I have to do now is finish up cutting up stuff for this mixed green salad and the hearts of palm salad. Everything is now ready for plov. I have the carrots chopped up, onions, some lamb fat, and meat. I'm gonna put this all in the refrigerator until it's time to cook it. This is the pizza crust that I use for my meat pizzas. I place them on a baking tray and toast them slightly in the oven. Meanwhile, I'm going to be dicing up some pre-cooked chicken that I had left over, and I'm going to be placing that onto my pizzas. To make the barbecue chicken pizza, I first saute about half of an onion, and then I add to that the diced chicken and my favorite barbecue sauce. And that is it. That's how easy it is, and that is all done. As you can see, I jump around from task to task. That's just because this is how I am in the kitchen. I wanted you to see in real time how I prep. I'm finishing up the last 2 salads there by adding in whatever sounds good to me at the time. Don't be afraid to be adventurous with your salads. Add in what you like and omit what you don't. finish off the fire roasted eggplant, the bourguignon, I add in about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic that I've minced and some salt, and then I use my knife to chop it up so it's all nice and smooth. Next, I'll be moving on to my dressings. I didn't have the time to go out and buy them, so I'm just going to be making them at home. I decided to make my own because it was just easier for me instead of just going outside. They are pretty simple to make and to customize to your own palate. I'm making 3 different ones here, and I will share all of the recipes with you in the description box below. I'm going to be making an all-purpose white dressing, a red wine vinegar dressing, and a Caesar dressing. And again, the recipes are going to be all in the description box below. 30 minutes before the guests are due to arrive, I start my setup and I plate things. I know I'm going to be asked how many people was this prep for, and it was for about 30 people. So next I'll be assembling these franks and blanks. I try to place them on a cute platter. I first put arugula on the bottom and then the mini franks and blanks. I have some mustard there on the side as a dipping sauce. To get the meat pizzas ready, I'm going to be taking those pizza crusts, placing them on nice boards, drizzling on some barbecue sauce and topping it with some baby arugula. I'm going to be placing them cutely on the board, and while this is happening, I'm heating up all of the toppings that will go on these pizzas. The tomato salad over there is going to get finished off with a drizzle of avocado oil, some vinegar, salt, and pepper. I love adding my white dressing to my basic salads. I love this dressing. You'll see it so often on my channel. Into my hearts of palm salad, I'm going to be adding a bunch of craisins to balance out the saltiness from the hearts of palms and the acidity of the red wine vinegar dressing. It comes out beautiful and balances out very nicely. I finish off the Caesar salad by topping it off with those mini croutons that I love. At this point, the guests have started to arrive and the kitchen is bustling with activity, but everyone rolled up their sleeves and helped. The pizzas were topped off with pickled onions and pickled jalapenos. I added the white dressing over the top and Chickies hot pepper sauce, but you can feel free to add in whatever toppings you like. The other salads and dips that I have made the night before have been plated as well. As the weather that day was so hot, I kept these salads and appetizers in the house so people could feel free to graze around and relax indoors before going outside for the main meal. In the meantime, my husband started on the plof outside. If you'd like me to film a detailed tutorial for you the next time we do it, let me know in the comments down below. I really wanted to record it today, but it was just too difficult while I was hosting. I already have a recipe up on my channel on how I make the plof in the house, so if you want to see a detailed tutorial of how to do it in your house, I'll have that linked above and below in the description box. While the plof was getting cooked, the guests were enjoying the barbecue, salads, and appetizers. Plof is one of the main traditional meals in Bukharian cuisines, so whenever there's a large family gathering or a celebration, there is usually plof on the menu. It basically consists of meat and rice and carrots. A lot of people make them in different countries from what I discovered. There's similar versions of it in Africa from what you've told me from my previous plof video. So it's very interesting to see some of these cuisines interlaced with different cultures. To dress up the plof and make it look all nice and pretty, I added in quail eggs all around. It came out really great and everyone thoroughly enjoyed it. And of course, it's not a party without dessert. So we had our dessert and everyone just relaxed and enjoyed and reconnected. It was so nice having this housewarming party / family reunion to get reconnected. I hope you guys all enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Happy prepping from my family to yours. Don't forget to check out Kosher for your 10% off coupon code. Happy shopping!